incredibly. But I'm gonna have to worry about that later and get going on building the main base to lay the parts down onto. Then I can worry about spacing a little bit afterward. And as you can see, I'm using uncooked lasagna strips. Now I'm trying to place the battery and see what kind of space I'm working with, but it turns out I'm gonna have to make this thing a little bit bigger than I had originally anticipated, which is a little bit of a bummer, but hey, it'll be full-size lasagna. The next small eternity hot gluing these lasagna strips together, but the hot glue will make for an interesting design effect in the end anyway. And now I would try to cut the adhesive tape that was binding these two batteries together, but found that there was a circuit board at the top which connected the two batteries together, and this frustrated me a little. So I had to electric tape it back together again so as to hold it back in place, and yeah, that was a little disappointing. But that's okay. Moving on to the dongle section, or I tried to make a front I/O or a back I/O, depending on which position it was in, to be able to make better use of the micro USB, and also creating other ports to connect to the motherboard, like the HDMI. Now I was trying to get a good idea of what this was going to lay in the lasagna like. So we've reached day 2 of the build, and you can see that most of it is lined up now. I've got some wires set and glued into place. We got the dongle, which will serve as the I/O, and I've got the keyboard and mouse plugged into that now. And it's running into a micro USB splitter, so that I can charge it and have peripheral support at the same time, which is pretty cool. It doesn't work great since it's splitting the signals, but it'll do. And I also have a micro HDMI to the full-size HDMI plugged into that port, so I can plug it into a TV like nothing, which is pretty nice. Then we have the power button on the side. Now I'm going to have to cover it up since it's such a tiny button, it's kind of hard to read.